I'm boycotting the NFL, and you should too. This video could have also been called "Fuck the NFL, Kiss My Black Ass," but for SEO purposes, we will keep it at the title it has currently. Anyway, so I was and continue to be aligned with Colin Kaepernick and everything Colin Kaepernick is doing. But I've also been a Giants and NFL fan for 20 plus years. So in my lack of judgment, I felt as though I could be both a football fan and a Colin Kaepernick supporter. Impossible. But it makes sense. Because when you are woke, as they say, you have to constantly give shit up. You have to stop talking to people you used to talk to. You have to stop going to things you used to go to. You have to stop reading things you used to read, watching things you used to watch, etc., etc. I mean, shit. I used to love Maxwell, and I waited for Maxwell's most recent album for about 5 years until this motherfucker said All Lives Matter. So I had to stop listening to fucking Maxwell. For those of you that didn't know that, raise a glass to Maxwell, R.I.P. And fuck you, Maxwell, Black Lives Matter. Anyway, so as I was saying, the NFL is a garbage organization. The NFL doesn't care about black people. The NFL doesn't care about women. The NFL doesn't care about its players. The NFL doesn't give a singular fuck about you. And you know how I know that? Because they show us on a regular basis. I'll start by giving an example of an organization who is not perfect, but they give a fuck. The NBA. The NBA recently sent out a letter to their players from the commissioner, Adam Silver, basically stating that they understand that there are major social issues going on, and the players nor the staffs exist in a vacuum, and they hope that the players continue to use their celebrity and influence to make positive change in communities about the social issues that they care about. Not the first time they've done something like this. After Donald Trump was inaugurated, they sent out a letter to their players and to the general media, basically saying that they will continue to be a progressive organization focused on creating equality globally. They're not perfect, but they damn sure are better than the plantation that is the NFL. Going into that. So, the NFL not only has not supported black rights or supported their stars, as the NBA supported LeBron James, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, so on and so forth, as they've spoken about social issues, even outside of their stars, you know, the entire Miami Heat team wore hoodies after the Trayvon Martin decision came out in honor of him. Players from Chris Bosh on down to Norris Cole. I mean, no offense to Norris Cole, but he's nobody. Anyway, back to the NFL. However, players like Colin Kaepernick, Michael Bennett, Marshawn Lynch, Malcolm Jenkins, so on and so forth, are looked at as being problematic and distractions, as they've said, for standing up for black issues. But for some reason, when it comes to women's issues, NFL doesn't give a fuck. Ben Roethlisberger, millionaire superstar quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been accused of sexual assault on numerous occasions. But for some reason, he's not a distraction. I mean, Ray Lewis murdered people, and he wasn't too much of a distraction. It's all because they fell in line and they were good NFL stars, right? But the second that you care about something that's truly important, you're a distraction. Cool, got it. You don't care about black people. Moving on to women. Josh Brown, as an example, from the Giants, former kicker, was suspended one game after it was found that he beat the shit out of his wife on numerous occasions. One game. Yeah. Moving on to concussions and player safety. What else can someone say about that? The NFL doesn't give a damn. Doesn't give so much of a damn that they were forced to pay a settlement of over $750 million to former players after having denied that there was an issue with concussions. Shit, even to this day, they're not forcing players to wear safer helmets. An example of that helmet would be what Alex Smith wore in the first game of the season when the Chiefs beat the Patriots. That's me being petty. Anyway, but I think another reason, so far we have don't care about women, don't care about black people, and don't care about player safety. The NFL is greedy as fuck. They don't give a shit about anything but money. They make $14 billion a year. That $14 billion a year is a comparison to the MLB, which makes $9 billion, the NBA, which makes a shade under $5 billion. I believe it's 4.8. Yet both those other organizations pay their players more and guarantee more money. The NFL is one of the most violent organizations in the world, and yet they guarantee very little money of the contracts that they offer players. They also just generally pay their players less. So with all that being said, why do you give a fuck about the NFL? Why are you supporting them?